and I deserve these things because I went through all of these negative things. So I deserve something better. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen. I encourage women to learn from my past mistakes to help them with their marriage or their future marriage. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into today's video. We're going to talk about deserving. Women tend to start dating guys who they end up in long relationships with, who they end up having children with, who they end up pretty much wasting time and then end up with more trauma than they already have. Most of the time, the women who end up in these relationships and then leave them all of a sudden acquire this standard or this preference and love to say, well, I deserve a certain type of person. I deserve these things because I went through all of these negative things. So I deserve something better. And it's not to say that we don't deserve something better. The word deserve is used out of context. The word deserve is a verb. It means when you do something or have or show qualities worthy. All women want a man of value, high status, men who have morals, but most of you don't actually qualify for these types of men. What makes women qualified? Your level of femininity, cooperation, and submission, along with others. Those things are things that qualify you. And most women have a lot of work to do within themselves to even be near those types of men. This part might hurt some feelings. Single mothers, you all need to understand that to most men, you guys are recreational. A lot of guys aren't willing to just take care of someone else's child. So you shouldn't all of a sudden have this high standard. All women want the same thing, but a lot of women don't understand how this percentage works. So they end up settling for the, I'll just do it myself. I'll get my own bag. I don't need a man. 100% of women cannot get 10% of men, especially because you women are not even willing to share either. I'm not saying you should share, but let's just face it. If you guys want men who are in the 10 percentile, you do have to understand that and then think you're all gonna get those 10 men. You guys are gonna have to share, so y'all, it just doesn't work out. So we need to lower our preference. So what does that look like? Understanding not all men make six figures. Great if you make six figures, but 10% of men make six figures. Just about. Not all men are 6 feet tall. Unless you're a tall female, you wouldn't even know the difference between 5'10" and 6 feet. Unless you have a tape measure in your purse, then you're not gonna know. Having men of status. Most men of status do not settle for women who are out of shape, women who aren't in the right mindset, and women with children. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality. So we need to start changing your preference, not your standard. It doesn't mean to go with the guy who's gonna treat you like crap. You just need to understand with the baggage that you bring, such as your attitude, your trauma, children, men of value, and then getting a ring is slim to none. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just very rare. There's a difference between preference and standards. Standards are a man having a job, a man who has a degree or a diploma, a man who takes care of his body, who's in health and fitness. Standards are non-negotiable. Preferences are things that a man does not have that you'll tolerate. If a man doesn't make 100K, but he makes 80K. If a man isn't 6 feet tall, but he's 5'9", 5'10", you can still put your heels on, he will still be taller than you. Understanding that your preferences and your standards are two completely different things. So it is important to know your standards versus your preferences. Understand that you all cannot have men that are making over a certain amount of money, who are over a certain height, and all that have morals. It just, they don't exist. You have to change your preferences, especially you ladies who want a family, ladies who want to get married, ladies that want to have that life. You need to understand that you can't be chasing those types of men because it's not going to happen. That is all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.